Hey kids, Johnny T, John Thomas, John T Food 66 YouTube channel, John T Food 66 Instagram, follow me. We're here doing the vlog number 10, I believe. At least I think it's number 10. And we are at CIUT 89.5 FM for my friend Eric Dwight's radio show, Veritable Infusion. Let's check him out. He's live in the booth right now. Monday, November 5th, 2018.
My country said, son, it's time to stop rambling. There's work to be done. They gave me a tin hat. They gave me a gun. They sent me away to the war. And the band played a waltzing Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. Amid all the tears, flags waving in cheers, we sailed off for Gallipoli. It's what I remember, that terrible day. Our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they called Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready.
So okay, he's very busy right now, so he's doing his show. The theme of tonight, he always does a theme. The theme tonight is Remembrance Day, which is coming up soon. Okay, so he's doing a lot of, so right now he's doing a lot of songs on war. So the first hour is usually one theme, and the second hour is usually another theme. So I listen to the show. It's an amazing show. You got to check him out every Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The best radio shows around. No one knows about it. It's University Radio, CIUT 89.5 FM. I love to promote Canadian artists. I am Canadian, and I love my country. And this guy's amazing. I've worked with him for 4 years at our company, St. Clair's Multi-State Housing. Also another great company. Check him out again. Waltzing Matilda.
Those who were living just tried to survive that mad world of blood, death, and fire. For 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive. They around me, the corpses piled higher. Then a big turkey shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I awoke in my hospital bed, when I saw what it had done, I wished I was dead. I never knew there were worse things than dying. For no more I won't sing Matilda all around the green bush far and near, to hump tent and pigs. A man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. As they collected the wounded, the crippled, the maimed, they shipped us back home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind, the insane, all those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And when the ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where my legs used to be, and thank Christ there was no one there waiting for me. To mourn and to grieve and to pity. And the band played waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway, but nobody cheered. They just stood there and stared, and they turned all their faces away. So now every April I sit on my porch, I watch my parade pass before me. I see my old comrades out
The great thing about this show is I step out to talk because he's busy in there. This great guy is he is a musical aficionado. He knows thousands and thousands, hundreds and thousands, millions of different types of songs, different types of genres, different types of genres of music. He is Mr. Music. Check this guy out. CBC, CTV, all you radio stations, you got a star on your hands. You want to discover him? He's out there. It's Eric Twite. He's at CIUT. I'm not sure how long he's been here, but that's part of the interview. I'm going to interview him soon. You're going to find out all about him. This is a promo for him because he's a great guy. And he's just a really good guy. I'm glad he's my friend. And I'm glad he let me do this because it's cool, right? Let's me promote my channel, John T. Food 66 YouTube channel. I'm trying to get more subscribers. But this really is about him. Helps me a little bit, you know, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I just like doing interviews. It's kind of cool. I just sort of stumbled into vlogging. And this is a beautiful song. Let's go back in there.
We're not quite near Remembrance Day, but I had to acknowledge, 100 years of Remembrance Day. So this is Dave Gunning, his version of "And the Band Played Waltzing Matilda." This is what we're listening to right about now. "I Should Be Proud" came to us from Martha and the Vandellas. What else are we going to go with? We're going to continue. We're going to bring it right back up, energetic-wise, with one more war one. Actually, Bob Seger, I mentioned this story before. Bob Seger just announced some more dates on his last tour, though. None in Toronto. I'm so upset. He's playing Buffalo. I'm too scared still. I've talked about this here and there. I've mentioned casually, that is, that I'm a little bit scared of trying to go to Trump's America. So, I mean, just like the border, even, not just, I don't think Trump is waiting for me particularly, but although, with respect to that caravan, it's been reported that a whole bunch of self-styled militiamen, basically armed American whackadacks, are heading to the border to help the American army because they need like Joe Hillbilly or like the Duck Dynasty people to help them out. Anyway, so they're off to go confront the people who are walking north in Mexico, and they're going to meet them at the border. It's going to be like Warriors, the movie, all over again, but a remake or something. And just, what terrible times we bloody live in. So frustrating, but we can enjoy some fine tunes. I know a little bit of maybe a big fat digression there. And I was going somewhere else with that too, actually. Oh yeah, so yeah, there is a scheduled reunion with Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let me go back to my track list now, which is now, when I'm multitasking, I have to do stuff on the computer. I've mentioned this before too, and sometimes not everything works as well as hoped. So, I was just double checking some stuff I want to play. Yes, First Chili Peppers, Roy Hargrove live, yes, rest in peace. Age 49, damn too soon. Yeah, and the Chili Peppers, I guess, Mommy Where's Daddy should be dedicated, speaking of Donald Trump. Is that song not kind of made for Donald and Ivanka Trump? Just saying. Anyway, back to the anti-war tip, though. And, pro Remembrance Day, of course. This is UIC covering the music of Bob Seger, who announced those tour dates. And Bob Seger, when he was a kid, this brings it all back in my little pea brain. It's just really kind of bad living. Anyway, actually, totally. Anyway, so, with that in mind, Bob Seger was in high school and he wrote this song, Ballad of the Yellow Beret. I played it too on the show. He kept his early singles off the market for a long time. This guy bootlegged them and a bunch of other Michigan classics, called it Michigan Nuggets, and apparently Punch Andrews, Bob Seger's manager, when that's trying to find it, knew it had to be like a local Detroit area product. Anyway, Bob Seger put out Ballad of the Yellow Beret when he was a kid, and then one of his friends in high school went to the Vietnam War and got killed almost immediately, and he changed his tune, literally, and he ended up writing this great one, which we're going to hear by the Canadian band UIC, right about now.
Yes, it's true, I am a young man, but I'm old enough to kill. I don't want to kill nobody, but I must if you so will. And if I raise my hand in question, you just say that I'm a fool. 'cause I got the gall to ask you, can you maybe change the rules? Can you stand and call me upstart? Well, that's an answer can I find.
I don't consider myself vain, but I know there's times like when I'm out at Paris, the elevator's all mirrored. It's not.
Can I ask you a question?
So then, like, parts of anyway, it's not my favorite. Like, yeah.
Okay. But I don't know. Do you want to?
Not a whole interview, just a question.
A question.
Oh, we can talk more like when I put on a longer song.
Okay. Maybe now's not a good time.
Well, okay. Yeah, just one question. I'm not being a genie or anything. I just mean like.
How long have you done this radio show for? When did you start here at CIUT, Eric?
Oh boy, 90s.
That long? Amazing. How old are you?
40s.
I'm 52. Come on, brother.
Huh?
Don't be shy. You look amazing for your age. When I met this guy, I thought he was in his 20s. He was in his 40s. Does this guy look like he's 47? No way. This guy's amazing, eh? Amazing. So, 1990 what, Eric?
After I finished regular U of T, I joined U of T Radio again.
Late 90s?
Mid 90s. But I didn't get a show for years. Literally, like, there are some people who come in and like 6 weeks later they're on the air.
Yeah.
I languished for years.
Okay.
Doing fill-ins and teching for talk shows.
Right.
I used to have a lot of talk shows.
Right.
And it's funny, some of the hosts I would meet outside the station, I liked them. Then when they did the talk show, they would act like it was like Geraldo or something. Like just like millennials, they'll get really stressed about it, and we were conditioned to get super stressed about stuff. And
cool.
Anyway.
No, it's all cool, man. I love your shirt. Can I just get a zoom in?
Yeah. It's just
that's so cool.
Just don't do it with a 3D lens. I'm feeling kind of bashful about my gut.
It's okay. Trust me, buddy. You're in good shape. Trust me. This guy is strong as an ox. Don't fuck with this guy. Okay, now, every Monday night, the best show in the world, right here on CIUT. Here. Fucking photograph that shit, man. This is the show. By the way, Andrea, my boss, remember, swearing's allowed, okay? My family's from Clemens, it's okay. It's okay. God bless you, I love you.
I want to read it.
Okay.
Oh, scanner swapwego. Swatondaki na CIUT Watanota 89.5 Niganto Nanton Toronto, Ontario. Oh, scanner swapwego. Swatondaki na CIUT Watanota 89.5 Niganto Nanton Toronto, Ontario.
CIUT 89.5 Toronto.
Pretty soon we're going to have more of an interview, playing more shorter songs. But let's take a moment and go to the bathroom. Why? Because, actually I don't know why I'm going to the bathroom. Oh yeah, I remember. On the Instagram, I showed the Instagrammers the bathroom. This is an older building, so let's show the YouTubers the bathroom. This is an older building. I have no idea how old this is. I presume this bathroom has been renovated. So this is the bathroom. So usually the thing I love about older architecture, and this is actually older, I think this bathroom has been redone. This doesn't look too old. I was in a restaurant yesterday on Portland Street called Gusto 101, amazing brunch. And they had like a bathroom from fucking 100 years ago. The sink was amazing. This toilet was obviously, this toilet and bathroom, or bathtub were obviously new. The sink is, unfortunately this isn't too old. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, never mind the bathroom. If we had one of those editors, we could edit that out, but we're not quite that far along in our YouTubing. That's next up. Oh, check it out. Let me show you my card. I just did this. Here. I'm gonna lean that against the sink. I got a joke about this thing that I made at work, eh? I know you're thinking, what the fuck is going on? There we go, we're just waiting. This is my business card. Check that out. It says John Thomas. Hold on. Let's do this stuff. John Thomas, videographer. I don't think this is in focus. Is this focusing? I don't know. Okay, anyways, it's my card. But a rich guy said, that's not a card, that's a piece of paper. So I went to the printing house today. And kids, pretty soon, this will be a card. It will be a card, not a piece of paper. Because, I don't know, I seem to be, making quite a lot of effort for 10 subscribers. I've got 10 subscribers. So, if you want to see more videos like this stuff I'm going to start interviewing more people because I'm just curious about a lot of things. And I find other people fascinating, and their careers. Eric is very fascinating, being a radio host, being a DJ as well. DJing obviously separate from being a radio host. And I'm just into it. So I guess if I hand out cards, hopefully people will subscribe, and whatever happens after that happens, I guess, right? So let's put that back in the wallet. Here's the wallet. Piece of paper, or the card is going back in. Let's go talk to Eric. Ask him another question. I wrote down a few questions so I stay on topic. Let's turn those lights off. It's going to be obviously a very long vlog. This is going to be at least a half an hour, but hey, that's what YouTube's all about, right? Put as much on, you put whatever you want on the air. That's why it's called YouTube, because it's you and the tube. How about another question? Nope. Okay.
I'm not gonna prima donna, sorry. Just
don't worry.
I
got it.
Long ass shit coming up.
This is a cool place. By the way, this is a really cool beverage. It's a Zevia, because Zevia rocks. I got the Zevia carbonated water, blackberry natural flavored, and that's from that great vlog I shot in Liberty Village, the Organic Garage. This is $1 for sugarless and aspartame-less drink. It's good, trust me. Look how good this is. It's so good, I could just do that. Even the opening, it's amazing. This is what YouTube is for. How many places can you go and watch someone open a can? Watch this, one-handed. This is talent, kids. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that, amazing. Look at that. The skill. If anyone needs any tips on how to open a can with one hand, here I am, John Thomas. John T. Food 6050, YouTube and Instagram. I'll guide you. I'll be your can opener. Ba-dum-bum. How's that for video content? It's okay, Eric. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're amazing, dude. Amazing. This is such a nice setup, man. This is amazing, eh? I've never been in a booth, eh? I know you're used to it. This is like wow to me. Like, I'm gonna watch this later on, eh? After I upload, and I'm gonna go, wow, I was in a radio station. That's amazing, eh? This is part of your life, but this is totally fascinating for me, eh? I'll tell you that right now. Amazing.
Because tonight we're celebrating some serious guitar twang. Well, guitars in general, the twang in particular. Actually, not even twang. We're celebrating some twang right now, I guess. With Mercedes off of Tales from the Rat Fink, some fast demonstrations of guitar prowess, which will be followed by Brian Connolly from Shadowy Min, but not from Shadowy Min this time. I'm going to play some Atomic 7 real shortly. Just a couple cuts of that to get us psyched for some fast, hot guitar licks. And then we're going to celebrate Wah Wah, as in the Crybaby, the device, and as in Wah Wah Watson, who sadly passed away as well fairly recently, and didn't get around to commemorate him last week. We were too busy mourning the passing of Dwayne Allman, but that's another story. But do listen, actually. John Johnson out here last week, and we talked a lot, so I'm not talking quite as much this week. Yeah, I like to balance it out. But if you're at all interested in Dwayne Allman and some of the Canadian connections too from Dwayne Allman with respect to Ronnie Hawkins and Scott Cushney, who passed away in that weird kind of post-death, and like at least one person worked with him and said, what a classic Scott death. Sounds a bit macabre, but kind of lighthearted too. His body being claimed by the wrong family and buried, and then that family's dead person showing up alive and them determining, oh, the dead guy is Scott. And I forgot to go just like a little postscript to a life well lived in his case. Though played with a whole lot of heavy people over the years. They played a few shows on and off. Not for a while. I don't even know if they did any in 2018, actually. But anyway, and one was with the Sadies.
Eric, do you have time to interview, or?
Huh?
Do you have time?
Nope.
No questions?
No, this is always show. Like you can hear the partner. I really will.
Okay.
I'm playing a bunch of short songs right now.
Okay.
Like this one at 30 seconds now.
Okay.
Then we're gonna celebrate the Wawa. And then the songs will start to go off. Actually, yeah, no, they will.
Okay.
Sloppy. Not before I've left done worse, I've done much worse. Some of this. This is the longest song so far of the evening. We just put on the.
Okay, so Eric, so we're back. I had to take a little pause. So I wanna sit down a little bit with Eric and ask him a few questions. So Eric, let me get to my talking points. So this show, when did it become Veritable Infusion? And what's the name? What's the history of the name? This is 2018. That's the name of your show.
2018.
Yes,
and,
I know.
I've been trying to get one for a while. I don't even know if there's a first name I had, but anyway, at one point, I was feeling kind of hard up for a name.
Yes.
Because it meant a lot to me, right? Like,
Yes.
I put in so many hours here, like
Absolutely.
volunteering for like stupid shit, like
Absolutely.
and then it's just so silly and like an afterthought.
Okay.
Basically, I first got it from the French side of Snapple iced tea bottles, and it was the French side.
Shout out to Snapple and France. And French.
Because I find the Snapple is made by those Nestle assholes, and fuck Snapple. But anyway, I just say if
We're gonna try and edit
not
that
that-
out. We're gonna
fuck
try and edit
Nestle.
that.
Leave that in. Anyway. But natural.
I love YouTube.
The naturally flavored was Veritable Infusion en français, at least in one translated version.
Okay.
And I thought that is a good common denominator for all
Yeah.
the different kinds of music.
Do you still drink Snapple?
No.
Okay.
I don't boycott it either. Like if people were
Okay.
giving me free Snapple, I would probably have it.
Fantastic.
I do boycott
Okay.
Nestle though. Like, and if I find out that it's related, then I probably will just no thanks.
Yes. Okay. We'll try and. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Now, how would you? Now you're also a DJ. How long have you done that for? You've done parties.
Yeah.
You've
not
got
so much
you've
these
got a
days,
shitload
but,
of records. I know.
For normal people, yeah.
How did you? Well, for me, how many records do you think you have? I have 0. Thousands.
No, hundreds for sure.
Well, it's still pretty good.
Probably, well, maybe more than 1,000. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Because they're
okay.
really scattered. So,
How many house parties have you done in your lifetime?
none for a long time. I have done a bunch, but not for a while.
Okay, that's still good.
And it was never like really a living for me or anything.
Okay,
It was,
but more for fun,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
It's all cool. Okay,
Some
so
people
now
do.
you've got a broad taste in music. How would you describe it? What is your taste in music? Could you describe
naturally
it?
flavored. By which I mean.
Ba-dum-bum.
By which I mean.
Veritable Infusion.
Not so many synthesizers or samplers or computer-based music. I
Okay,
respect
cool.
different kinds of music, and sometimes I'll do something like academic for a casual music show here
Sure.
on community radio.
Okay, that's
but
cool.
not really academic.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I'll look at like I've done one like a Metallo disco, just out of interest, and some of the there's some on Robert Moog and some of his descendants, like the Moog keyboard and the descendants of that, the keyboard way, not Robert Moog's actual children. So, like I'm interested in stuff like that, and I'll put that on here and there. But for stuff I like, I'm just kicking back. And most of that, I guess, one could say or should, I would say, is naturally flavored.
Okay, that's cool.
Because like there's a lot of different styles, right, that I play. So that's like.
I'm
It's not
sure,
always
yeah.
funky at all.
Well, I know,
Sometimes it's really thrash
I know
or
you
like-
do
I like a
rock
lot
and
of
roll.
hardcore.
I know you do
I like some
folk,
heavy metal.
heavy metal. I'm sure you've done hip hop and stuff like
I
that.
do.
Yeah, you've done
A lot
basically
of like
everything.
Asian hip hop, but
That's it. Interesting. Now you're spinning a record right now.
No, actually, this time I'm cheating. I had a cassette many years ago, Fleetwood Mac
Okay.
live on the BBC.
Okay.
And I put that on a CD when putting tapes on CDs was first a thing. But it was since released officially, so the stream does in fact sound better than my digitized cassette of whatever generation. So right now I am. However, the segue was because Fleetwood Mac is playing tonight at the ACC, whatever it's called now.
Scotiabank Arena.
And so,
Rename.
not that I really care.
The
but I thought it was
corporation.
because we're doing a big guitar extravaganza.
By the way, that's a good bank too, eh? Like
We got a big guitar thing.
Though I'm with TD.
Fuck the banks. Anyway, so we're
Getting political here at Veritable Infusion, U of T. That's the university way.
no.
Yeah.
I was gonna say though, so Fleetwood Mac is playing tonight, but
Yes.
the part that I thought was cute. Originally, they had this guy Peter Green, and they were a super heavy blues band. And Peter Green, before Fleetwood Mac, played with this guy John Mayall.
Yes.
So on the album, like you may have heard, what I was just playing was John Mayall. Actually, it was Keith Hartley in his band. There's somebody from John Mayall's band, I think Keith Hartley, talking about how Peter Green had just left this band to go and start this new band, and they said, "What is it called?" They said, "Fleetwood Mac." And then we went to Fleetwood Mac here from the Peter Green years, totally different bands, like Cool and the Gang before and after, Deodato.
So that's a lot of history, you know, eh? You've got a lot of history of music in your mind, eh?
Yeah.
That's why I call you a music
pushes out a lot of stuff.
aficionado. You know a lot of stuff. You know a lot about music.
I know a lot about a little.
It's a lot of stuff that people don't know, I'm sure. So I do see you spinning records.
Yes.
Now, how about in other stations? Do they still spin records, or is it all digital?
I bet they
Is it
don't,
digital?
because,
Is it CDs? What's the?
we had a
If you
tour
went to the
of-
CBC or the
I don't know. I skipped the CBC tour because they skipped me.
or the
So,
that's a longer story, but I'm
But I went to.
something.
Maybe I shouldn't even say it lest I alienate, because I want to be.
Do it. Come on. You already.
Okay, we had a tour of the Chorus Media Building. We got to see how they do stuff, and everything's pre-records and digital files. And
Okay.
there's no record in there unless somebody went on their break to a record store.
So this is a more of an
Like, they don't
older
have a
setup,
turntable
right?
there. They couldn't even play a record on the air.
So this setup that you have, I see two turntables. This is an older style, right? You've got some modern stuff too. You've got the internet. You've got some digital. You've got some CDs. You've got some cassettes. You got a little bit of everything here, eh? Which is cool, eh?
Yeah.
You know, that's cool to have, eh?
I dig it.
Yeah. Okay, Eric, let's get personal. Your name is Eric Twite.
Yes.
You're 47. Where are you from? We're in Toronto.
NDG.
Born in Montreal.
Yes.
So, province of Quebec. Do you speak French?
Badly. Over here, I can sound okay amongst my fellow Anglophones.
So, do you say oui?
But when I'm over there, people answer me in English.
So, do you
unless
say, as a Quebecer, do you say oui or way?
Why? I'm not sure. I'm not really from there.
What part of Montreal are you from?
NDG. A pretty Anglophone part.
Okay.
Maybe not anymore, but probably, I bet it's still pretty Anglo.
I bet, yeah.
Actually, it became trendy. It was fucking depressing.